So much destruction. I make it wrong. Social distancing style. Party. Rent a LED party hop for your next event. Weddings, music videos, family reunions, date nights, and more. Rates start at just $25 an hour. Email greenandscreen@gmail.com for more information. That's GREEN and SCREEN@gmail.com.
Super Swag ENT DJ.
As y'all know, only thing we play on this station is indie music. That's right. I pull up every week trying to find the dopest music. I'm looking for the folks who make the people in the crowd move. I'm looking for the folks who perform like amazingly. I'm looking for the folks that when I'm actually listening to your music, yo lyrics speak to me. I promise you, if you saying some dumbass shit, I'm not going to just be like, oh, can I put your music on my show? Like that's not how that works. But I respect all artists. And if you have music and you feel as though your music is good and you want to come and submit your music, you can definitely do that. We take submissions. But if I come to you and ask you for your music and say, hey, look, you should be on the show,
Mm-hmm.
it's a
Tap
reason
in.
why. It's a reason why. And we got King Comeback in the building. He was at Takeoff ATL. Shout out to King Fresh. Shout out to my girl Tay. Happy birthday, boo boo. Yes, it's my baby birthday, Miss Tay. And King, her and King Fresh have really taken off with Takeoff. You know what I'm saying? They got a nice collective group there. You can pull up at Treehouse over in Union and EAV. And how did you hear about it? First of all, tell us about your song,
Okay.
and then tell us about how you pulled up at Takeoff, and just this about you, baby. Tell us about you.
Well, first of all, I'm King Comeback, native of Stone Mountain, Atlanta, Stone Mountain, Georgia, which is east of Atlanta. And you know, that east, you know what I'm saying, East Atlanta stuff all day. So we just had one of my good homies, Moon the Great. He performs there often, and I see his flyers on this page and that page all the time. So just wanted to come out. I always see the forum. I always see the forum from afar, and it always looked dope. So I just wanted to check it out. I'm an artist myself, and I always wanted to go there. I go there my first time going there, and I found out the stage is up, flight of steps.
Yeah, it's up a flight of steps. Yeah, so if you've never been to Union, the area where we hang out, that's up there. Yeah, the area where we drink, that's down there. Yeah. So I was actually walking around and I went up the stairs and looked around and said, well, how they get the wheelchair up here? Like I'm just curious,
So
you know
ain't
what I'm
got no
saying?
elevator.
And my ass is ignorant. So I'm saying, so did y'all take him out the chair and then bring the chair upstairs? Did y'all
You
keep
know
him
what?
in the chair and bring the chair? Like how did this accomplish? Like what was
We should have did that. That might have been easier, to be honest. Because I know when I got to get myself up the chair, when I got to get myself up stairs that don't have guardrails, I got to get myself out the chair and get the chair up there first.
Yeah.
You know, but when people added help in the guardrails, I could just literally just pull myself up the guardrails. I got to use
Right.
upper body strength. But if I got people there, it's a venue. I'm sure they don't want that.
Right.
On their conscience
Yeah.
and on their business card, like they do go. You know what I'm saying? So somebody helped me. Security dude who, no, actually the lady who was in front, she alerted. Actually, not. She tried to go get somebody. At the end of the day, I ended up advocating for myself because that's what they teach you when you're in the when something like this. Because my whole thing is I ended up being paralyzed behind a tragic event.
Okay, what
So,
happened?
Actually was robbed about 8.5 years ago. Yeah, I
Whoa.
used to track,
Life can change and come at you real
somebody
fast.
tried to rob me, but yeah, law can come at you real fast, and it could also go real fast. So that's why you got to appreciate every day and every opportunity, which is why I went out to the union to begin with to show my skills as an artist. Because even though I'm in a chair, I still got the right to perform on the same stage, even if that stage doesn't have a ramp. And I got the same level of ambition and talent as a lot of these other artists, as they all saw.
Right.
And yeah, and I deserve a spot on the stage and
Right.
stages with ramps
Right.
for that matter. So I understand the culture ain't necessarily ready for that, or not necessarily ready. They ready for it because I'm ready for it,
Right.
but they're not prepared for it right now. But they do have um, equipment and stuff to help people and chairs to get on stages. Because there's a lot of people who's affected by paralysis or some form of disability that leaves them in a mobility device like a wheelchair, like myself, whether it's powered or manual. And they all got hopes and dreams. They got to go across graduation stage. Like I graduated
Right.
2 times, and in both times they had to lift me on stage.
Wow.
No, the first time they had to lift me on stage using a hoist, like one of those,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
electronic lifts. The second time they actually had a ramp. So just for all you stage builders out there, they do have ramps. Just because I'm coming and I'm coming
Yeah.
with that fire. So be prepared when I come. Talk to your PR people, whoever you need to.
I mean, but how'd they get Snoop on stage? Remember, Snoop did a whole song on the BET Awards in a
chair.
wheelchair.
But they weren't like truly paralyzed. Like I really can't
Yeah,
move my
yeah,
legs. Like they
yeah.
can still, they might be able to go a few steps and stuff with the rest of the show. Because I went to go see George Clinton live too. I think he just retired, and he's getting a little bit older, so he sit down a lot of his sets now. So I get that, like when you're, impaired, what I'm saying? I mean, I'm impaired, so I understand. I got to sit down for all of them. I got to sit down my whole.
So you don't have any feeling in your legs at all?
I got a little bit. It's coming back actually.
Okay.
It's starting to. Yeah. God is real.
Okay.
And and just taking it day by day. The better I live. Not even just like from a dietary or physiological standpoint, but just like from a mind state.
Yeah, you seem to have a
and
really great mind
spiritual-
about it. I
spiritual
mean,
standpoint,
you don't
the
seem
better I
any
live.
kind of bitterness or anything
I'm
like
not
that,
bothered at all.
or yeah.
I'm
I really love your spirit about
more so
this.
disappointed in some of the people I've surrounded myself with. Even still, I mean, even my birthday week and so many things went right this week. Like I had the best birthday of my life, but also so many things went wrong.
Right, but don't nobody have to know about the things
don't
that
gotta
went
know about
wrong because
that.
they see all the right.
Yeah,
But you know it.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
I mean, the world don't see it because on World Star or YouTube or whatever, all you see is the glamour and stuff. But you don't see all the
Right.
stuff behind the scenes, the things falling in the background, the people that show up late, the people that don't show up at all, last minute cancel, can't find the venue, whatever. It's
Man.
just whatever, all types of. And then the people you're dealing with, you just got to find some professional people to deal with. Whether it's the service that you're going with or the people who you have working with you to bring your project together, you got to make sure you're dealing with a group of professionals that could cohere and work together and stay focused on the task at hand.
Boy, you just said a whole mouthful right there.
Oh,
Because it's so difficult sometimes for us to get together and to have these, do we call them conglomerates? You know what I'm saying? These groups of people that come together to try to bring amazing things to the scene, but then a lot of times what ends up happening is they end up fighting within themselves. It kind of implodes, and it's a sad aspect to it. But
because people so focused on money, and I get it because we all needed to survive, but at the same time, sometimes the opportunity supersedes the financial gain that you get in it. Because like, okay, my dude, he charged however much he charged the videography and stuff like that. But if I'm putting you in the studio where you meeting some power players that can help not only my career but your career too, it's like we want to come off on some of that because I got to pay these people a lot.
Right,
and you out here
right.
networking too. They like your work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just that one thing. But so it's like we could work out. So with that, and then also with going from business to business, you got to have a relationship where it's a win-win. And then that's where a lot of qualms come in other people's relationships
because they feel like they win ain't as big as your win.
Mm-hmm.
They trying
or
to
not even that.
Yeah.
They just feel like you're getting over or whatever. Or they feel like, yeah, exactly as you said.
They win ain't as big. They count your win, and they're using that to gauge how much they feel like they should have won, and if they win was big enough, and it's not like that.
And it's not like that at all.
So one of the things I actually came up to you to talk to you about your song.
Okay.
I remember,
Which one? I did So Sexy in the club. I would have did that for you on the segment, but I lost my voice and all the things that I did this week.
It's okay. Look, let me tell y'all something. This man's song, can you just repeat? Can you just, just say a couple of these verses that you had on there? And it's the part where you were basically saying, I can't. I think you said I can't stand. But
Yeah. I give you some of the lyrics now. Out of all the women that I happen to see, you the nicest cutie that I happen to be, that I happen to meet, and you happen to be in the same place exactly as me in the same time. I laid eyes on you. I had to go speak. Now you was minding your business, and I got your attention. And I hate to interrupt you, but I'd be damned if I missed the opportunity of you and me starting a friendship. And maybe one with benefits if you ain't against it, cause you's a sexy motherfucker, body like no other. Lady in the streets, I better freak under the covers. Baby, let me get your number. We can go to lunch or I could just eat you instead. I'm trying to turn this into something. You got nice eyes, nice breasts, nice thighs, looking like Mrs. Winters. And if you hungry later, maybe I could get you dinner. Let me get the chance to know you. Let me get the chance to show you. That looks can be deceiving. I'm disabled and I notice. But the way I kick it make you wish that we were cool before. The way I rub that clip will make you wish I would do it more. And I can't walk a lick, but the way I lick will make you lose control. And I can't walk shit, but this dick can make you do aerobics.
that
Now I
man
love
said
the way
I can't walk. He said I can't stand for shit, and I can't walk.
I can't walk the lick, but the way I lick, and I can't stand for shit. But this, hey,
The wordplay had me cracking up, and then on top of that, he was rolling up the he was rolling up the girls in the audience and just
mhm.
grabbing their hands and rapping right. So he was so smooth. My dumb ass talking about, look at little scoot over here. Let me go.
So I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Your inspirations to your music, like you know, past artists, today's artists.
So many, cause I'm an entrepreneur too. So, but one of my first inspirations that really got me dancing, my family knows this. I still get embarrassed about this to this day. Michael Jackson.
Hey man, ain't nothing like to go.
Ain't no embarrassment.
No,
Everybody
no.
Why you should have seen me?
That was me. That was me. We put some, you know, them high table chairs from the kitchen. Grandma had. We put three of them things together. They gave me a play guitar one Christmas.
Hey.
I was bad.
He said I was bad.
I was bad. You couldn't tell me nothing. I wore myself out.
I know that's right.
I had the curl just like Mike back in the 80s.
Stop it.
Ooh, I had a Michael Jackson
You
curl.
stop it.
The Thriller album?
Boy, my
Yeah.
uncle Ben, I had an uncle who all he played was Michael Jackson music all day long. This man had the Michael Jackson video game.
The Moonwalker?
Yes.
Moonwalker. That game
Yes.
was hard. I never beat that.
He be sitting there doing it, and the thing be trying to lean.
Yeah.
And he be
Hey,
trying to
but
make
that
it
game
lean.
was so cool though.
That game was dope, bruh.
At first,
Yeah, we that old.
You don't understand.
the fact that I even know that game shows how old I am.
Look, yeah, we that old.
The inspiration of that. though,
Oh
is
yeah.
like, you don't understand what that man
Right.
accomplished.
So
Oh no, we
Like,
understand.
a lot of
And
people don't understand how much he accomplished until like he died.
How much
people
he
still
influenced.
cry just if you play the first couple of bars of his music.
Oh my
You know what I'm
goodness.
saying?
Right.
Like you could just play him, and ladies was like, ah, and then
Right.
faint. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Do you know?
Start fainting.
Yes. Do you know who you gotta be to get somebody to faint?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Like the
talking about
past, like they had ambulances, multiple ambulances at Michael
Right.
Jackson's concerts.
It's like 3 people I know that did that.
Like forget
I'm
throwing
talking
your
about
draws to
standing on the
Luther.
stage.
You
Right.
lost your life to Mike.
Right.
Like, all he did was walk on the stage. He didn't even say the song yet.
Right.
All he did is pose.
But that much presence though, and that's what you got to be able to command as an artist. And you, as you can see, I can't walk, so how do I command that same presence?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And that's what and he's still one of my inspirations to that day. If you could do that, like you say, he ain't even sang a song,
Mm-hmm.
ain't even hit a rip, ain't
He
even
ain't even-
Just
know,
walked on stage.
just walked on stage.
Just
got
breathe.
people.
Was like,
So yeah,
He didn't even say he yet.
oh, don't let him do that. It's a
Oh,
rap.
right. He said
It's a
he
rap.
did, boy.
It's a rap.
Hey,
It's a rap. He, and this is it's over. It's
they
over.
say, no, he.
So let me ask you about this. As
Mhm.
far as dating is concerned,
Mhm.
how is it dating, and you know the preconceptions that people come up with? And like you said, folks
Mhm.
are kind of rude and a
Yeah.
little bit, you know.
especially
Like,
our women.
Yeah,
Ooh,
wait,
boy.
wait a minute. I mean, so
some,
what's
of,
the,
some of our women.
so what kind of questions do you get, or how are you perceived? How does that work?
It depends on what end of the spectrum they are on as far as manners, I guess, or the ability to connect do I ask them? How do I ask them though?
Wow.
Some of them just dive straight in, like I'm talking about Olympic style
So
dive
what
with
that
the
dick
flips
do,
and
though?
everything.
Hey man. Hey.
How does your dick work? And sometimes they're a little bit more subtle. It's like, so are you able to have sex? You know, it's like, you know.
I
and I'm
wouldn't have
like,
even asked you
yeah.
that.
I mean,
I would have busted out with a whole different one. So you got to use a catheter?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I would
but
have
that's
asked.
What?
Because
But
that
that-
let me know right then and there if he has control over it or not. If you got to use a catheter, you ain't got no control.
But
You
they
have
don't
no.
necessarily need
Yeah.
it. I mean, well, it just depends on. I mean,
At least that's what I would think. I might be wrong. Am I
yeah,
wrong?
I mean that's a fair assumption to make, but still assumption and some, you know.
Is
sometimes
it,
it
you
could be
assume you make an ass out of
yeah,
yourself.
And
but
the man who didn't had that before
You had to have a catheter?
was my last back in 99, 2000.
What, you
Yeah.
had a surgery?
Nah, when somebody else hit me.
Oh, God.
20
Good
years.
God.
20 years ago when somebody hit me.
I stay at the car with you.
No, I was on a 20-year run.
Right.
I know cats who ain't even got
I've
careers
never
that
been in a
long.
car
Right. You don't even
accident.
look like you got 20-year-old anything.
Yeah, I'm not 40.
Oh, yeah. He got kids that's like 20.
Oh,
man.
13.
Right.
But nah, like as a man who done been through that, I feel his pain. That catheter ain't no.
But it still work even through that. I mean, the catheter, that's a good indication, I guess, but it does come out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Once you stab the bladder, it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
pretty
know.
much Rap City in the basement.
Yeah.
Man.
So-
but not even then, like I still work.
Right.
So as far as being in a relationship with someone,
So, oh yeah.
Can-
Go ahead.
would you be in a relationship with someone who is handy capable as well? Like does that, like, can both of y'all be in a wheelchair, or would you prefer to have somebody who had legs that work? Like I'm just curious, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's crazy. I came a long way in my soul is that too, because I went on both sides of the fence, because I never thought about it myself, because this happened to me when I was 22. I'm not thinking about nothing like that. The same question if you asked me before I got hurt, I don't know how I would have answered, to be honest. But after going through it myself and seeing other women that going through it, and just knowing that everybody humans at the end of the day, and they still deserve and need love. Yeah, I mean, but not even just on the strength of that, it's the fact that I met a really cool chick. She uses a power chair, and she's paralyzed from up here down. But I had one of the best conversations I had with anybody, and I would kick it with her all day if I could, you know, just because she's so cool and easy to talk to. And it's like, and then to answer your question earlier, was that like it's different, and in a lot of ways it's the same, because when the love is there, you know how it feels when somebody's really interested in you, somebody really cares about you and stuff like that, versus, and it don't matter for any reason, for the wheelchair, for the SSI check, they think I got that. Really ain't that much. They like, man, you got this big check. Like, nah, ladies, it ain't that. It ain't even set up. My bank account ain't even set up like that. But
so do you drive?
Yeah, I do it myself.
Yeah, no, I mean, like the next question I was gonna have, you got one of them cars that the gear shift ain't down at the bottom, it's on the steering wheel.
Nah, I mean, I could drive any car. I got hand controls that are portable.
Oh, wow.
I got portable hand controls.
And so did you have to go to some kind of school to teach you about a lot of this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Is it just, the internet makes it a whole lot easier? I mean,
and they be capping. They made it seem like I needed to take their course to be certified to drive with the hand controls and stuff like that. No, that's just to get the medical device installed in the car or whatever. You really, all you need to be able to drive is your license. And then once I got my hand controls and I got my car, when I had first got out the hospital and I got my car, I remember this. I got my car out the shop, just got an oil change and stuff. The hand controls just came in the mail. My cousin had dropped me off at the shop, and she had to go because she had to go get her kids. You know what I'm saying?
And you said you just figured it out.
I had to figure out. I spent about 15 minutes in that parking lot. And I was out.
Okay, so now I got another question, and I feel like it's one of them ignorant ones, but I never get to sit around to wait to see. How the fuck do you get in and out the car? Like, okay, so what do? You get in the car, and then how do you get the wheelchair in the car? Like, I'm confused.
Oh, this is
I always want to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's collapsible. Not completely, but enough for me to break down, take out the wheels, and then fold up the frame, and then I throw the frame ride shotgun with me, and throw the wheels in the back seat, and I sit on my cushion sometimes. I should, but I really need another cushion. And one of the purple
we got to
guys.
get him a Power Bull booty cushion.
Why? There it is.
There you go.
Yeah, I need it.
Booty
I ain't
cushion.
got no booty left. That thing worn out. I've been sitting in this chair for 8 years. I got no booty left.
Aw. So do you have back issues because of it? Because of sitting
Yeah.
down, or do you have like what kind of
I got spinal cord injury, so that implies like it passed. So I got shot, like I said, and the bullet passed through my spine, and it severed the cord. So I got like infinitesimal pain back there. You know, a lot of times it comes and it goes. It just depends on the ebbs and flows of the day.
that stuff I gave you, that CBD, rub that back there. It helped. It'll help.
Talking about your earlier form, like that stuff helps me out so much. So thank you. I really appreciate
definitely,
that.
definitely. And make sure you hit up Melanin Nectar and Co. because she has wonderful. She has tinctures. She has.
I do tinctures.
Yeah, she has tinctures and oils and all
company.
kind of stuff. She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. I love her.
Well, my third company. That's my third company. I do herbs and natural medicines too. I got another gift from that company. I left that in the car, but I'll make sure I bring it to you.
Okay, cool. We love gifts. We love gifts. So go ahead.
Favorite
No,
love-
go ahead.
That's
No,
my
you go
favorite
ahead.
love language, gift giving.
Yeah. You got to be able to know your love language too, because you got to not only know, recognize it when you're doing it to somebody, but you got to also recognize when you're not getting it back and why you're mad. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes
I gotta redo mine.
what your love language? How do you redo it? I thought that was just in.
I gotta do it again. I gotta figure out what it is.
I can show you mine.
You think this? Do you think it changes like over the years?
do.
You think your love language change as you mature?
I think it can.
Really?
And you know what? Segue.
There we go.
A prime example is Jeezy.
Oh,
boy, I love
so
you.
about that, and about yesterday.
Because you do that's what my dick. Segways.
That was the best. That was the best, like, end of my birthday, because I had just got done doing the video shoot to the demonstration series, which I was actually going to release yesterday. But in lieu of that, I'm gonna do this song I just played for y'all, and I'm gonna push the demonstration back to New Year's because of the whole Jeezy versus Gucci thing. And Jeezy, so the Gucci versus Jeezy thing happened last night, right?
Right.
And then Jeezy just dropped the album today.
Him and Gucci.
Both of them? Okay, I didn't know he
dropped his mixtape.
Okay, that's
Drop. Both of them dropped.
That's something to talk about and listen to on the way home.
Yeah, both of them dropped. So,
that's dope.
yeah,
so
they
yeah,
both
I think it's appropriate to wait because I kind of want to listen to it.
My husband said at work they was listening to it on the floor and everybody was tripping.
Oh man, we was at the Hood Rich Studios. A lot of people, of course, OG Hood Rich himself. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody. B Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was in the building. Kings of Crunk. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names, but
I am, so don't worry about it. You okay? Don't feel
but
bad.
Too Short brother, he did Crunk Juice. He's one of the kings of comedy of like Atlanta. You know, like he's official, and I even know I keep hearing about him, but I don't watch TV.
Right.
So I never was able to put the face with the name. And it was like that. You said that's who? And then we had a good conversation before that, you know, because he's a Scorpio too. Yeah. So I'm already tapped in with him. I'm locked in with him. He's a Scorpio too. So, you know, we clicked like just instantaneously.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful
Shout
thing.
out to all the Scorpios out there. We run out of time.
Y'all right.
It's almost Sag season.
So speaking of Gucci and Jeezy, you know, I can just pull up anything on Facebook and figure out how people are feeling about this. But let's start. I'm going to give you my opinion coming from somebody who you would call a radio lover. So I know most of the music from the radio. I'm not necessarily going to say I got all the albums. I know all about the beef and everything like that. I ain't that person. I know the hits. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, I want to hear how it comes from an opinion from a DJ. You know what I'm saying? And then we also got an artist in here, and I want to hear, and you from Atlanta, so I want to hear how you feel. My husband and himself said Jeezy can't necessarily say he from Atlanta because he from Macon. And
I mean, that's just like Gucci. He from Alabama.
I mean,
oh, really?
He's from Bessemer, Alabama.
Did not know that.
He's from Alabama.
He's from Alabama. But at the end of the day, I mean, think about it though.
It's a difference.
How many? I'm not from Atlanta, but I've been here since '94.
Right.
So
I've been here since '98.
You from Atlanta now.
Yeah,
once you pass that 10-year mark, you from here.
My husband calls us transplants.
Yeah. I mean, my whole family from
refugees.
The
Midwest. Yeah, that's where I'm from the Midwest.
Which one?
We are from the Midwest.
Which one?
I'm from Cleveland.
Okay, my whole mom's side of the family from Ohio, Cincinnati, Columbus.
I can
And
hear
my
the-
dad's
we can
side
hear that
from
Midwest
yeah,
in
my
you.
pops from Chicago.
Yeah.
My pops from Chicago. Yeah, so I already
So
know.
let's throw out some of these what some of these folks on Facebook are saying real quick before I let y'all get into y'all opinions.
Okay.
Brian Gaither, he said if you only knew the backstory of the versus battle last
my
night,
God. And
you would know Gucci was very well behaved.
he was very, very.
very.
But Jeezy, he handled it. He took it on the chin, handled it like a
Because
champ.
at the end of the day, that versus shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Period. If you knew the backstory,
When
of the
verses
beef,
first started happening, I said that. I said, "Oh, we should do Jeezy versus Gucci," and everybody was like, no, that'll be a fight." I was like, "But it'll be a really great
but
versus."
see, that's
It
what
would.
made it so hot last night because a lot of people say, and a lot of people in my timeline was like, "Well, it wasn't the best versus, but it was the realest one."
It was the
Like,
one that
Yeah, it was.
the
Yeah, it
hood
was.
needed.
That's the one the world. That's the one
Yeah.
the black culture needed
the
because,
culture,
and
the
it was
hip-hop.
it was good for me too. It
Yeah.
taught me because I told you about my situation, and I just got to see how I got to see forgiveness.
Ooh,
You know?
Yeah.
I got to
that's
see
beautiful.
I got to see forgiveness, and it was like, and I'm a Scorpio. We like impossible to forgive anybody for anything. We
Somebody
hold
else
the biggest
said
grudges.
Gucci won. Y'all just still scared of BMF.
Nah, no, Gucci won that, and I don't know. It is Meech probably up there like, hey.
If Jeezy won, Esmeralda said, "If Jeezy won, why is Gucci trending #1 on Apple Music?"
I guess a difference in marketing.
I bet, yeah, that has nothing to do with
Appeal.
who won last night.
All right.
Who?
JT Davis, shout out to JT, one of my homies. He said, "So we gonna act like we ain't hear this man Snow Cone lie and say he own half of ATL just like he lying all his raps."
Well,
Now they pulled you know the internet don't play with y'all. They
Nah.
pulled it up and he only owns 2 locations and
Right.
2 properties in Atlanta. But like I said before, a lot of the people who talk about he only owned 2, you don't own nothing.
All right.
What do you? And that's another thing. Like we can't. People have to understand too. The internet lie.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't all of it ain't true.
Right. Right.
All of it ain't up there.
And not
All
only
of it
that,
ain't up
but
there.
he might have investors, you know what I'm saying?
Friends.
Right. It doesn't necessarily, he might have property in his mama name
Right.
and his baby name and
It's
his,
yours.
and his auntie name.
And see, a lot of people don't understand too. He might not probably couldn't say exactly what he all owns because just like that Brandy and Monica battle, when she was like, "Ooh, sing the song to Moesha," she was like, "I don't need no lawsuit."
Mm, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
But that versus was epic though.
yeah, $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
That-
$2 million.
That's a lot of people.
I don't think it was enough though. To be honest.
And what? But no, I think from what I heard from Swiss and Timberlake though, Swiss, I think Tempo said 5.5.
Wow. But let's also think about the replays that they gonna get, the YouTube views. Like
Yeah.
that YouTube whoa, they gonna really get that money back. Hold on. Wait, I found it to play. Hold on. We got a clip. Wait.
No disrespect, it's all love.
Oh, that wasn't long enough. Hold on. Let me find y'all some more clips. I'll find y'all some more clips to play.
But and another thing that everybody on the outside looking in of Atlanta has to understand is we did that.
We did.
Right.
No other battle in verses did. Atlanta did that. That was
GA
2
did that.
hood ass niggas from Georgia, from the state of Georgia.
Wait, you just said he from Alabama.
They
well.
been here long enough though.
Longer here, they
If you went to at least some middle school
or high school,
or high
whatever,
school, if you
or
went to
dropped
high
out that
school
mug.
there, right?
You from here.
You from here.
You from here because you ain't here now.
If you can claim your high school, you from Atlanta.
Exactly.
You are now from Atlanta.
I mean, but he's the East Atlanta legend though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
So you had the East Side versus the West Side last night. The East Side and West Side have been going on.
man, we've been beefing
years.
forever. Man.
Okay, so here's the clip that everybody is talking about where they said basically Gucci Mane got disrespectful. And I just want to know, for the people who know the history behind it, like the people who know about the altercations, you know, how do y'all feel about this? Hold on, let me play it.
Yeah.
Damn. Broke the internet. I tell you what.
He broke it.
Put that nigga ass in the dirt. I tell you what. Smoking on Pookie Load tonight. I tell you what. This how we gonna do this. Here's some more. I'm gonna send them the same way. In a box back to you. 3 kills.
He said you're doing too much talking.
I tell you what though.
Whew.
See, when I even call you and extended this invite, my nigga, I did it as a real man. It's been 20 motherfucking years.
15 years.
Okay, well, how many? You still talking the same shit. You feel me? Still talking the same shit.
Hey, man, you
So
gotta
hold on,
take that.
let me talk, my nigga. Let me talk.
Listen.
I think everybody thought it was about to go down right here. I think everybody had their hand on their gun, just ready, just in case.
I couldn't have been it. I'm glad I wasn't there at Magic. That was, I know they had all the security.
You feel me? Because
I told you straight off the dribble. I told you off the dribble, nigga, we can't do nothing if it ain't street. If I can't perform the truth, we can't do it.
It's all good, but let me say my piece. Let me say my piece.
Take on.
Let me say my piece. It's like this, bro. I extended my hand because I'm a real man. And the shit we came from in the street, dog, you see that we've been through it, dog. 20 years. 20 years. And when I said I wanted to do this shit for the culture, that's what I wanted to do, nigga. I brought you here to show you the world care about what the fuck we got going on, because we are the culture. You feel me? Me and you. Where we came from. What we been through, nigga. Us. Me and you. All these kids out here doing what the fuck they do, because they saw what went on with us, dog. So this shit ain't about me. This shit ain't about you. You feel what I'm saying? This shit about King Von. This shit about Dope B. This shit
He was on some real grown man shit right here.
Well, he was a bigger man.
He was being on some real I'm a father shit right here.
Yeah, he was older. He was being a bigger man.
Boy, that intro though, you couldn't even come back from that, boy. Ooh.
He came back though.
No, that next song he played just wasn't. It didn't. It wasn't a good rebuttal. Let me stop before YouTube cut me off.
Right.
No, his rebuttal after that just wasn't good enough. But boy, when he came with that, one thing for show, two things for certain, you knew he was coming with that 1-2 combo for that setup on that ass.
I just want to say that. I mean, personally, to me, last night, I just feel it really wasn't a winner. I think the winner was
ATL.
Atlanta.
Yeah. I think the winner was black folks. They got to see two gangsters who been through stuff. We know everything that's behind that. The bodies, the charges, everything. Like the straight up beef. That's why I say that million, that 2 million, whatever they pay, that ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? Some people lost their life behind it. Gucci almost lost his life behind that. You feel me? That's why I was like, and I almost lost my life behind that trap stuff too. So it's like, yeah, if dude who shot me at came and he was like, yeah, man, I'm sorry. Here's $1 million to basically say sorry. It's not enough, fam. Me personally, I may never walk again. But you know what I'm saying? Gucci might have, you know what I'm saying, been through, caught a body charge, all that stuff. And his life will never be the same. You gotta see those people, they people family in his head every night when he go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta pay for that PTSD. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay for that psychological counseling. You gotta pay for everything.
And you don't necessarily mean financially pay for it in more ways than it's emotional, it's mental. That kind of stuff wear on your heart. That ain't just some stuff that you can just really walk away from. But look, it's time for us to go to a break real quick before we jump into some more stuff. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do some what's happening in ATL, and we also gonna do our Uni the Motivator. We leaving out of here a little bit early today because I got some things to do. But before we go ahead and tell us where we can find you. Let everybody know about your upcoming projects, and just throw that uncensored, just unshamelessly plug the hell out of yourself real quick. Make sure you write in the mic so they can hear you right.
Make sure y'all follow me at Comeback God. That's Comeback GAWD on all social media platforms. You could already find me streaming on all the digital streaming platforms. Pick one of your choice: Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, what have you. And you can find me on my own personal platform, trackblazers.net, home of the independent artists. Shout out to them. If you need a website, videos done, we can get that done for you. But other than that, you can find me there. And you can find my stuff on all the digital media platforms. So Sexy is already streaming. See Some is out. We got the release party tonight at Knockouts Bar and Grill on the South Side. Turn up. Don't meet me there, beat me there. And we got the single release for BLD that we had just heard on the air Sunday night. Chit Chat Lounge. 94.5 is gonna be hosting it. Don't meet me there, beat me there. King Comeback. I'm out.
Hey, this is all Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. This next song we got coming up is by Jakari Caprice, called Right Now.
You're rocking with the Super Swag ENT DJ.
While I'm out here making fucking money and shit, like, I'm finna pack my shit. Get your fucking hands off me. I'm finna go. Bye, nigga. You ain't going nowhere. Come here. Right now, I'm putting it in your face right now. Baby, I'm just saying you can't play with my love. I'm headed to the crib right now. Packing all my shit and leaving out. Staying in situations, looking stuck like you don't know why you can't keep it up. It's just why you lie. It's getting I'm tired. I put it in your face right now. Show you I'm about to wild out. Baby, I'm just saying you can't play with my love. Cause all of the smirking, I'm not even playing. Tried to play with me, you got me mistaken. I held you down while you out here while faking. Telling them bitches you love them, that's crazy. Talk to my brother, he said fuck them niggas. Just count your money and watch me grow richer. My vision was clearer, he kept me on point. Building me up, showing me that I'm strong. He held me down like he left me alone. My feelings was hurt, felt like I was ruined. While I'm chasing paper, you out here pursuing. Playing the games, I told you once, do not play games with me. This ain't no charity, I just want clarity. Fuck all the spare me. In the studio, working hard with my team. Petty ass pussy boy, you could be the snitch. But I kept it real with joy. Yeah, I'm in the field with noise. It's easy and plain to see. God's making me see the peace. I got drip for real. And you know it. I keep faith for real, cause I'm on one. Right now, I put it in your face right now. Baby, I'm just saying you can't play with my love. I'm headed to the crib right now. Packing all my shit and leaving out. Staying in situations, looking stuck like you don't know why you can't keep it on. It's just why you lie. It's getting I'm tired. I put it in your face right now. Show you I'm about to wild out. Baby, I'm just saying you can't play with my love. Your bitch just irrelevant, playing on these games. She got your man going, man. You ain't copping shit. Bum ass nigga, you're incompetent. I'm just a plain Jane with some common sense. Grandma raised me right, she told me not to fall. Got me on my knowledge since a youngin', bro. I left you for a reason, you ain't loyal. I'll be damn if I let you in, man. This to make a sense. Pushing me away cause you caught up, you're grown. Just fess up, release and move on cause I'm done. Leaving no weekends, trading my love for a quickie. But she is not fucking with me. Turn my heart straight into stone. You'd rather be with her than be with me alone. And I ain't blowing pressure, I don't even have to stress. You about to lose your leg without me, baby boy. You know you really going down. You dig? Let's get it. Cause I ain't blowing pressure, I don't even have to stress. You about to lay your life without me, you're going down. I ain't even gotta say shit no more, fuck nigga. I'm out the door, bitch.
Wait, no.
Right now, I put it in your face right now. Baby, I'm just saying you can't play with my love. I'm headed to the crib right now. Packing all my shit and leaving out. Staying in situations, looking stuck like you don't know why you can't keep it on. It's just why you lie.
she won't leave her when she came with. Burn like I'm nameless, smoking shit like I'm stainless. Train her till she brainless. I was trained to train her bitch. Favorite rapper, rolling reaper in a rapper, break for apple, plus my stature. Dilated pupils come out from the middle to the south side. I ran them like cow high, just the way I like her. She don't talk, keep her mouth wide. Front in the ass, straight me living in the last day. Like the Zell and Ricochet, I'ma make the evil pay. Cheap the shit, cheap away. Fuck it, cheap the day away. Favorite rapper, spit some shit to make a nigga say. He's a beast, he's a fool. But that nigga with the spoken tools. Rock bustin' like Tom Cruise. I repeat, I will not lose. Album after album, make it shower like some powder. Burn the child out the Bible, going heavy by the hour. It's your favorite rapper, rolling reaper in a rapper, snatching poppers off the curb with a down and down statue. It's your favorite rapper, rolling up with favorite rapper. It's your favorite rapper, twist it up, pray for apple. It's your favorite rapper, rolling reaper in a rapper, snatching poppers off the curb with a down and down statue. It's your favorite rapper, rolling up with favorite rapper. It's your favorite rapper, but I don't fuck with no rappers. These haters.
Super Swag ENT DJ.
We back. All right. What up? This is All Hustle, No Fear. I am your girl, the Hood Unicorn, and we are back live.